What we're going to do here is write a quadratic function in vertex form by completing the square. This is not easy, this instance, because it has a leading coefficient and it has an odd number in it. So when I try to work with this, it might get a little complicated or fractional. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of this leading coefficient. And the easiest way to do that is divide everything by 2, because the leading coefficient is 2. I'm even going to divide this y by 2. And that's going to give me y over 2 equals just x squared now, which is nice, minus 6x plus 7/2. I'm going to leave that as a fraction. I don't want to change anything to decimals. We'll deal with the fractions in fraction form in this case. The trick to this is to actually imagine that this is gone. And we'll save that for later. And we'll set this equal to 0. Now, what I want to do with this is find the vertex by completing the square. So what I want to do is kick that over to the other side. In other words, minus 7/2 from both sides. And for convenience, you're going to want to leave a big space here. And that's going to equal negative 7/2 on the other side. And notice I left a space there as well. To complete the square process, you take half of this middle term. You take half of that. And half of 6 is going to give me 3. And then what you want to do is square that, because it's complete the square. And when you square that, you get a plus 9. When I add 9 to this side, I have to add 9 to that side as well. And the negative comes down, the x comes down, and you start to realize that the quantity, or the binomial, x minus 3, the quantity squared, equals x squared minus 6x plus 9. And I have to do a little arithmetic on this side. 9 minus 7/2. Well, that's the same as saying 18 over 2 minus 7/2, if I have a common denominator. So 18 minus 7 is 11. So this is going to give me 11 over 2. I want to bring this back over to the other side of the equation. That would give me x minus 3, the quantity squared, minus 11/2. Now, instead of writing equals 0, which I should, but that's only imagination. It's actually y over 2 equals this. So I'm going to rewrite that as y over 2 equals that. Now, to finally get this in vertex form all worked out, what I need to do is have it in y equals format. So the opposite of dividing by 2 is multiplying by 2. But I have two quantities here. So I'm going to multiply this first quantity by 2. And that's going to give me 2 quantity x minus 3 squared minus, and when I multiply this second quantity by 2, notice the 2's simplify. 22 divided by 2 is just 11. And there it is. It's in vertex form now. And I can find the vertex rapidly just by doing the opposite and the same. So the opposite of negative 3 is going to give me positive 3. And the same as negative 11 is negative 11. And that's my vertex. And again, they might ask you for the AOS, or axis of symmetry. And the axis of symmetry is merely going to be the equation x equals whatever that x value is, 3.